Alright, so listen, as I can see by the title, we're going to talk about how to get ahead in life. So I wrote down some notes. We're just going to go off the notes. Let's just straight to it. So listen, first things first, there's always, alright, so a lot of people who are successful, and a lot of people who actually, let me turn this.
Someone had slapped me in the face with it at 18. Yeah, it's crazy. Honestly,
I had a problem. But the way that people get ahead in life, or they get things done to get ahead in life, is they're always outside doing something productive. A lot of people, they go outside to have fun. A lot of people go outside to go hang with their friends. A lot of people go outside to do unproductive things. But when you're outside doing productive things, you tend to get on the road. For example, yesterday, I sat there and went to the gym. I was outside doing something productive. It made me feel good. But when you're outside doing something productive, whether it's making money, whether it's working out, whether it's doing anything productive, even streaming, I felt very productive because I was having fun. Excuse me. I was having fun, and I also was being productive at the same time. And that's why it's good to find different things that you like to do that is productive, such as going to the gym, because you find the right things to do at the gym that makes it fun. I ran a whole mile yesterday. Whenever I run a mile, I always have fun doing it. I don't know why. Afterwards, it's like the after effect. Before, I might be like, I don't really feel like being on it, but it doesn't really matter. I get on it as soon as I get done. It's fun. And that's one thing. It might not be a lead up that you like to get to where you want to get to. For example, you might be going to an amusement park and you got a lead up and you really want to go. Rather than going to the gym, you got a lead up and you don't want to go. But once you do the thing that's going to help you get to the other side, once you make it to the other side of that bridge, once you make it past that, doing that activity, now you have the happiness and you get to enjoy the results of you doing that thing that you didn't really feel like doing. So it's really helpful. But successful people, there are people who are getting ahead in life, they're always outside doing something productive. And they also focus on producing, not consuming. They're outside producing content. For example, you look at the people like DDG, Benedon, who else? Casanat, people like that, they're outside doing something productive. They're outside producing, they're not consuming content. Most of the time, if they're consuming content, they're producing little hack. If you're a reaction channel or you're a person who likes to do reaction or good at reactions, you can sit there and consume content while you're producing content. And you might be like, how do I do that? Well, it might be self-explanatory. While by you reacting, you can consume content while you're producing content. And that's kind of a hack that some people use, because listen, if you sit there and already consuming content and you just want to make money from consuming content, you can react to it. A lot of people go viral off reaction channels. One thing, because if you react live or consume content live, you're more likely to get more views. And the reason why that is because they don't want to see the people's ads. A lot of people don't want to pay for a sub or a subscription, whatever it is. And a lot of people on their TVs, they don't have Twitch on their TVs, or they don't have Kick on their TVs. So instead, they go to YouTube, Live, and they look at their live streams through there for two reasons. They want ads, and also if they're on Kick, they can also watch it on their TV. And also Twitch, I don't believe, had an app on the TV, if I'm not mistaken. But it's more convenient just to go on YouTube. Most of the time, people's screens are usually on YouTube on their TVs, or unless they actually watch TV. But it's easy to get to YouTube. They press a live stream, and they watch the person reacting to the live content that they want to watch. Now, I watch them myself. They get at least 300 viewers when they're reacting to a thing that's going on. If you're reacting to live content, you can't get banned off of that because you're reacting to the content. But the only way to get banned if they're having to watch party without reacting to it. If you're doing it without reacting to it or having a face cam, you're most likely going to get banned, or your video is going to get taken down, or your live stream is going to get taken down. Now, if you do it, you're reacting, you can be on mute a couple times and you talk every once in a while, but you're still consuming the content. That's how you sit there and, you know what I'm saying, build a fan base off of consuming content. And a lot of people, they make money off that. You sit there and upload the VOD, or it's already an automatic upload. They can just go to your live stream, see what your past live stream is, and watch it. Same thing with Speed. That's what Speed does. He has his VODs on there, which is you just press live and you look at any live stream he's done. Unless he takes it down, but other than that, you can see stuff like that. And you make money off of that, because that's still watch hours. That's still people watching your videos. But that's the difference, because it's live. But you still make money, for sure. And even if not, you still, at least by you live streaming, you can get monetized off of that. And it's easier for you to get monetized by reacting to content. But you just got to be a good reactor. Another thing, let's see. People who want to get ahead in life, they also create content instead of just watching it. A lot of people do that. If you want to be known for you being you and doing whatever you do gets monetized, or whatever you do can get lit, or get a camera on you doing whatever you do on a daily basis, if that makes sense. For example, Casanat, he did a Australian marathon, and he did two of them. He's doing one right now, I think. But he did one where he doesn't stop streaming at all. Now look, You can do one of those that don't stop streaming at all, but I will say those are kind of difficult to do. But you have to have a eventful life to do one of those. Sometimes you have a regular life, but it might be a boring stream. Now, another person who did it was Rod. A lot of people will enjoy watching what you do on a daily basis, just regular things. For example, sleeping. Some people do sleep streams. You might have you and a girl and they want to watch y'all sleep. I don't know why people want that, but it's helpful. And listen, this is a way, I learned this from Ben Don. This is a way to help you make money while you sleep. All right, so listen, let's say somebody does a 24-hour stream and they show all the regular things they do, all the way from brushing their teeth, washing their face, taking a shower, whatever they do, work out, all that good stuff. They show their day ends, right? They don't cut off stream. This is what they do. Go to your Twitch, you ramp up the ads. Ramp up the ads, you go to sleep. That's how you make money while you sleep. Now so two things, right? You make money from ads off Twitch and you make money from subs off Twitch. When you make money off of ads, every 1,000 person that watch that ad, you make money off of. Or the people who subs because they don't watch the ad, you still make money off. This is a win situation for you. And you're making money while you sleep. And you're making money. And people are going to want to watch you sleep for some reason. So, hey, if y'all comfortable with doing that, go ahead. But that's just advice for y'all. If y'all want to start making money off Twitch or making money while y'all sleep. And make money off of your face and the basic things that you do. Now, another thing that people do to get ahead is they take action whether they feel like it or not. Listen, you might not feel like you want to do that YouTube video. You might not feel like you want to stream. You might not feel like you want to work out. You might not feel like you want to do anything. You just want to sit in bed and watch TV. But listen, it doesn't matter how you feel. You just got to do it. Because at the end of the day, you might not feel like doing it for a couple of days. You might not feel like doing it one time. But it gets easier the more and more you do it. And even on top of that, the reward that you get from doing those tasks over and over again is the best feeling that you can get rather than not doing it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's always good to do the things even though you don't feel like doing it. Do the productive things you don't feel like doing it. So even if you don't feel like doing it, get up and do it anyways because that end result is going to be worth it. Okay. Another thing that people do to be successful or get ahead in life is they don't wait for motivation. They work through discipline. That's a fact. You get disciplined. Get a schedule and just follow that schedule every day. And be disciplined to that schedule. Don't sit there and steer off track. Don't go ahead and do something that you're not supposed to do. That's going to steer you away from your schedule. Do your schedule, lock in, and stay consistent on it. Because when you stay consistent, again, the end result's going to be amazing. So stay disciplined, stay consistent, stay focused. And a good way to stay disciplined is blocking out all distractions. I feel like I got a video on that. If not, I'll definitely make a video on that soon. But listen, block out all distractions. That's the best way to sit there and have discipline. Because when you have no distractions, all you have is you and your schedule, no social media, no people, none of that. You have no choice but to do that schedule. And then you learn to love doing that schedule because that's all you have. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta work with what you have. And if all you have is a schedule, you just do that schedule, you're gonna learn how to enjoy doing that schedule. You know what I'm saying? And while you enjoying that schedule, you're gonna be more happier to wake up and more happier to complete that schedule because that makes you happy. You're gonna want to do stuff that makes you happy every day. And if that schedule makes you happy, you're gonna be more likely to be disciplined doing that schedule because it's easy for you to do it because you enjoy doing it. Or you enjoy doing that schedule. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that makes sense. But main thing, be disciplined. That's how you get ahead. But another way to get ahead is don't let your environment control your output. So listen, your environment could be bad. Your environment could be full of drama. Your environment could be full of bad things. But I will say this, does it make your environment? You know what I'm saying? If you all the way in the hood, actually, not even joking, you in the hood, bro, and you want to change your environment and you want to be better in life, sometimes you might need to go look at the mansions. Sometimes you might need to go interact with people doing big things in life. People who got $1 million, people who are successful, people who ride Lamborghinis. You gotta get out of that mind space. Once you start hanging around those people, then you are who you hang around. If you're too busy in the hood hanging around hood people, you're gonna become a hood person. If you're in a productive place and hanging out with productive people, you're gonna be productive also. So don't let your environment mess up your output. You know what I'm saying? Because, for example, you might be so stuck in the hood mentality that you go to a suburban place and you start acting hood. Then that's when your environment controls your output. But if you're just in the right environment, you don't have to worry about your output being wrong because you know how to interact with people and you learn from different experiences from past talks or past things that happen in life. So make sure your environment is a good environment and that is giving you a good output, letting you have a good output on the world and life, rather than being in a bad environment and having a bad output. Now, don't get me wrong, there is ways that you can sit there, be in a bad environment and still have good output, which is sometimes rare, but it's definitely possible. It's all about your mindset. Even if you can't make it to a suburban area, you can't make it to talking to people like that. The internet, you can do it from anywhere in the world. You can be homeless with a computer and still talk to people on the internet. No cap. So use the internet to your advantage. If you get in contact with any successful person you can, just talk to them and try to. The more you talk to them, the more output is going to be better, because you're not so focused on your environment. You're focused on more of what's going on in their life and what you can do to better yourself based off the advice that they give you. That's why it's good to have a mentor, and that's gonna help you. But main thing, don't let your environment dictate your output. Instead, let your output dictate your environment, if that makes sense. Because what you put out in the world is gonna come back to you. So go ahead and put out great things in the world, and your environment is gonna show that. And listen, what I mean by put great things out in the world, you might meet a person who can change your life, and you put out great output, and now your environment has changed. Now you live in a mansion because you said great things. So that's what I mean by your output can change your environment. Output is, let's say you use your output to network. Now that you have network with millionaires, now that you network with people who are doing great things in life, now your environment's changed. Now you on a golf course, now you're in a mansion, now you know what I'm saying? It might be for a temporary time, but you just might tend to spend more time in the suburban areas, or spend more time talking to the people who are doing good things in life than you are with the people who are doing bad things in life. And that's how output can dictate your environment. But it's all about how you think about things and all the things that you say to yourself. But another way that people get ahead in life is that they stay consistent even when life gets chaotic or hard. You know what I'm saying? Life can get chaotic, life can get hard, but that's when discipline comes into play. You gotta stay disciplined. You gotta keep going, you gotta keep pushing, no matter if you want to do it or not. That's why all those things go hand in hand. It doesn't matter if you want to do it. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. Do it. That's when discipline comes into play. That's when you use that thing I told you before. Cut off all distractions. If you don't have no distractions, you ain't got to worry about your life being chaotic. It's going to be nothing but peace and getting completing your schedule and having great days back to back to back. Stacking up those wins, stacking up those days, and being consistent every day on doing the things that makes you happy and helps you improve and do better in life. And then you wake up one day and you have built this crazy, massive thing that you never thought you could build. Or you thought you could build it, you just didn't know how, or you knew how, you just didn't do it yet. And you finally did it. And you look up and you say, I did it, gotta keep going. Okay, but listen, you made this far in the video. If you like, comment, subscribe, we out.